One of the things I'd say to you is one of the biggest opportunities right now is for you, in very simple terms, to go against the herd. Morning guys, going to be sharing with you some of the opportunities and threats that basically face all property investors, so stay tuned. We've got an eventful day. I'm at the Landlord Investment Show. This is the train station, guys. Hey guys, so I'm just walking over to the venue for the Landlord Investment Show, and this is actually a fantastic exhibition. If you've never been to the National Landlord Investment Show, I encourage you to go for several reasons. One of the reasons is because it's a national show, so what that means is they have several shows throughout the year which take place in different places across the country, such as Cardiff, etc. Check out the website. But whilst talking about that, you know, most of you would have seen the herd in the train station. I use that word specifically because as we're talking about opportunities and threats to you as a property investor, I think it's important for you to understand and to consider how you think about certain things, how you think about certain scenarios. I'll give you a really good one because I think this fits. The B word, Brexit. With the announcement of Brexit, a lot of things have happened in the property market. In a lot of areas, especially affluent areas in London, you've seen stagnation of price on property, and you've even seen in many cases an actual decline in price in property. Now, because of this, a lot of people, naysayers I generally say, take a particular view on what's going to happen, and not only what's going to happen, but effectively what's happening already. Just getting to the point, because I'm at the venue now, and I want to show you what's taking place inside of it. We've got a lot of herd mentality taking place specifically as it pertains to property. So with regards to the announcement of Brexit, what you're finding is a lot of people thinking about exiting the market, etc. And I wanted to encourage you in this video to not be the kind of person who follows the herd. Don't be the kind of person who's just going to do what everyone else does. So what do I mean by that? In specific relationship to Brexit, what that means is don't be the kind of person who just says to themselves, well, everybody's leaving the market's tanking. Because the market's tanking and everybody's leaving the market, I'm going to leave the market. I don't want to be in property because everyone else is leaving property. I want you to really think about that for yourself. Like, if you did what everyone else did, where would you end up in life? And the short answer to that is where everyone else ends up. So I'm looking forward to being one of the keynote speakers today at the show. I hope you're going to enjoy it too. Let's get it. It's buzzing here. It sounds even busier than usual. Just picked up my badge. And it's time to connect, network, see what's happening here, and see what's going on today. The show's been going amazing so far. There's so many people here. If I actually show you, let me get out of here and show you this. Guys, people are just out here. this place is jam-packed. If you look behind me, you can see that there's just a sea of people. It goes on and on and on and on and on.
Let's just jump straight in. I'm going to speak to you a little bit about what's happening in the UK property market from an investor's point of view. Now, many of you in the room may have sat here earlier throughout the panel discussion, and you might have got different perspectives from different people who are dealing with tax, people who are dealing with politics, etc., etc. But very rarely do you get the actual view from someone who's an actual investor, someone who's actually putting money into bricks, into mortar, and then shares with you, well, this is actually the result of that. And this is one of the joys of being in the PIN community, because the people that get the loudest microphone are actually the actual investors. So, you might be asking yourself, who is Samuel Kim? You know, why is this gentleman in front of me? So the question I'm going to ask you is, how many of you know your great grandparents' first name? Okay? And you've got one hand up. Okay? Two hands up. Okay? And that was 5 greats and 2 hands. Okay? And the reason I want to ask you that question is because you may have no idea as to the relevance of that question in terms of what we're talking about. But I'm going to share with you the key relevance of that question right now. If your great grandparent left you a bunch of properties, I can almost guarantee that you would know them on a personal basis.
I thought the presentation went really well, but what's even more important is right now I'm going to get some food. So I thought it would be good to actually show you what's happening in the show, because then that way you can get a feeling for yourself of what takes place at the National Landlord Investment Show. Now, this show is one of the biggest exhibitions that take place in London, so it's actually a phenomenal show. It's a great place to come to connect with other people. There's several different organizations like JVIP. Hello, Crystal. How are you finding the show today?
Yeah, great. Thank you.
What's the best part of the show?
Your presentation.
Oh my gosh. I didn't think she was going to say that.
So we're a development company. We're here to acquire investors. Just had a presentation at
Yep. By one of the directors, that is Dick Dabner, amazing developer. These guys are based out in
Tunbridge Wells, Kent.
and they do something amazing for people who are interested in investing. They do actual open days. So what that means is you can go down, you can actually see the projects and actually see if you want to invest yourself.
So come down to see us. I'm Crystal.
Crystal's a person to connect to. All right, Crystal, see you later. So that was Crystal telling you all about JVIP. So many stands, so many people presenting their products, their services in terms of what they can do for you in your property journey. Now, obviously, a number of years ago when I was starting in property, I didn't even know about shows like this. Shows like this probably really even didn't exist. So it's such a great thing to see how they exist now, and not only that they exist, but the amount of people that come out and exhibit. And this is one of the joys about being in this kind of environment. The fact that you can find out about training courses, you can find out about people who are residential landlord association, all these other kind of services. And additionally, you get mortgage brokers all over the place. Guys, this show is popping off. If you ask me, this is clearly one of the best shows in London, and I would encourage you to come down and be one of those people that network, find out more about what's happening and basically connect with people so you can actually find out more about how you can move forward in your own property journey. This is Property Investors News. The great thing about Property Investors News is a subscription magazine which helps you move forward in property by giving you case studies, scenarios, etc. of what's going on in property. And again, you know, Richard Bowser is the chief editor of that magazine, a great guy to connect with. These are my guys, okay? So they're showing about their products that they actually offer. Peter is the director. Where is he at? Peter is there. He's there. Peter's the director. Another great guy in terms of property. Talking about what he does. Just talking to some clients right now. Hey Peter.
Hello, man.
What do you guys do?
We do everything. We do property photography, floor plans, EPC service, everything. If you need something to do with property marketing, just come to Space Photo.
Excellent. And you know what? The logo came up just at the right time. So Space Photo are your one-stop shop for photography, for EPCs, for floor plans, for 3D, visual, digital tours. Guys, connect with Peter, connect with the team, Space Photo, okay?
We have the biggest TV in the
show.
Excel show, yes.
Hear that? Biggest TV in the show. All right, Peter, we'll catch up. Thank you. All right, guys. So as you can see, I am having an absolute blast just getting around the show, seeing the different exhibitors, connecting with people. You know, the good thing for me is I know half the people in the room, just due to the fact that I've been doing property for quite a while and connecting with these people on various different levels. So what I want to encourage you to do is when you can next, whether you're in Cardiff, London, one of the other environments, I want you to come down to one of the National Landlord Investment shows and actually connect with people, actually start to meet people, start to talk to people, start to find out if property is for you, start to find out if there's services that you can grab. Hi guys, how are you? And just connect with people, start to find out whether basically you're gonna be one of those people that are taking ages to move forward in your property journey, or one of those people that will take a real short time in order to move forward because you're fully equipped with basically the hands, feet, and the people that you need in order to be a success.
Hey guys, so as you've seen, it's been an extremely eventful day, and you know, just before we even go into some stuff in depth, let me start by saying a big shout out to Steve Hanbury, his wife, and the whole of their team, because the National Landlord Investment Show was absolutely amazing today. Each and every time I go to the event, I'm always pleasantly surprised, not only at the amount of people that come out to exhibit, but also the amount of people that actually are interested in learning more about property. From a perspective as a investor myself, it's always great to connect with people in that kind of a setting, and Steve and his team do such a great job of making that event work, and not only work, but making it always surpass expectations. So again, quick shout out to Steve, and anyone who's watching this, if you ever get the chance, make your way down to one of the National Landlord Investment shows, because they're absolutely amazing for people who want to know more about property. Throughout the day, I've been speaking to you guys and kind of trying to give you guys some insights and show you guys about the obstacles and also the opportunities that most people actually face in property. Now obviously, because I was a speaker at the show today, I kind of at the presentation spoke at a level where I was really talking to landlords, so that might have gone a little bit over some people's heads. So rather than just share with you the little nuggets of value that I actually spoke about in the presentation, what I wanted to do is take a few minutes and actually break these concepts down for people who are maybe starting out and are actually brand new to the property investment arena. One of the things I'd say to you is one of the biggest opportunities right now is for you, in very simple terms, to go against the herd. Now, you would have seen earlier on that I showed you guys, you know, all of the people in the train station herding, you know, and I spoke about herd mentality. You know, the train station was absolutely full up with people trying to basically make it to wherever the destination it was that they were actually trying to attend. Now, with all of that in mind, one of the greatest things about the situation is the simple fact that for you to maximize your property investing journey, you have to ensure that you don't follow the herds. So what do I mean by that? Well, one of the biggest threats right now in the property market effectively is Brexit. So with the elements of uncertainty that come around with Brexit, a lot of people are uncertain about what to do. And as a result of being uncertain about what to do, they're not doing anything, and this is what we call analysis paralysis. Now, if you're brand new in property, what you should be doing is thinking about how you can actually get the best out of every opportunity. So what do we mean by get the best out of every opportunity? What we mean effectively is looking at what the herds are doing, which is analysis paralysis, not making up their mind, saying will it go, yes Brexit, no Brexit, etc. Is there a British exit, is there not a British exit? But the reality is, there shouldn't matter if Britain exits the EU or not, if you know what you're doing. And this is why it's so important to have a plan. Now, in one of our previous videos, which I'll link up there, we spoke about basically how you can ensure that you focus on the real key things such as the structure, the systems, etc, etc. What I want you to do, if you're one of those people who are actually watching this video, is to start to think about some of the threats that you might be facing in your property journey. Now, Brexit might be one of the threats that you're thinking about, and there might also be other threats that have come to your mind, such as not having enough capital, not having enough credit, and these are just some of the common ones I hear on a regular basis. Now, what I'd say to you is start to think about where the opportunity lies within that potential threat. So if you're new to property and, for example, not having enough cash is the threat that you're currently seeing, well, have you considered working with other people? Because just by the concept, the principle of working with other people, you can create a great opportunity for those other people to generate revenue, as well as you generating revenue through means of the transactions that you carry out with those people. And what that might look like is someone else funding a deal and you actually finding the deal. And by working together, what you do is you create a win-win scenario. So for example, we've spoken about Brexit and that being a potential threat, and also one of the ways you can see that as a great opportunity in terms of circumventing herd mentality. And secondarily, we've spoke about potentially not having enough money and how that can be a great opportunity through means of actually leveraging the opportunity to work with other people. Now, another scenario is just not having enough credit, and this is one which a lot of people speak to me about, and this is the reason why in 2019 we actually started doing the Get on the Ladder workshop to help people who are faced with challenging credit circumstances. So what I'd say to you, if you're someone who's struggling with your credit position, is just to think about where the opportunity lies within that predicament. So for example, one of the things I've learned and I've seen from people who have been challenged with credit scenarios in the past is basically they tend to be the people who force themselves to be creative in their property investing journey. And I want to encourage you, if you find yourself in that position, to start to think creatively about your property investing journey. If this video has been of value to you, feel free to write the word value in the comments. And additionally, let me know what other things you guys are interested in terms of property. And as I vlog, if it's something I generally get up to in the day, I'll try my best to try and capture it for you in terms of how I do the kind of things that you guys are interested in. If you found any of my content crucial to people who you know in property, feel free to hit the like button. Additionally, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification, because it makes it all simple and you get notified every time I drop another video. This is Sam, ICanWin. I know you got value, so I'll see you soon.